Hello guys, welcome to another vlog from Valdivia, and today we're gonna go to the beach Playa de los Enamorados, and we took the bus from Valdivia bus station and it took around 1 hour to get there. And on the way we saw this river, I think it's called River Valdivia, that's going into the ocean. And then we're passing by the place where the ferry goes from to Isla Mancera, which is like a little island where we're gonna go in the next few days. So after passing another town called Niebla, our bus dropped us here on the top of the hill, and then we went down with this road and we got amazing view of the ocean. So here was the gate, but we asked how to get to the beach and they told us we just need to open it. And now we're gonna go down the path to the beach. Looks pretty good, so I don't see anybody swimming. I guess it's pretty cold, but we'll see how it is. So we got down to the beach called Playa de los Enamorados. It was really nice beach and we saw many people suntanning here, but we haven't seen almost anybody swimming, so I assume the water is gonna be cold, and that was true. The water was really cold, even colder than in Valparaiso. So we are at a beach called
Enamorados.
What does it mean?
English doesn't have a word for it, like zaljubleni,
Love, you know.
ones that are in love.
Yeah. And we're eating the rice. It's some weird kind of rice. We didn't want to like cook more, just like that. I think it's parboiled or something. And we had made a soup with lentils, potatoes and broccoli, and we had some beans from yesterday and with mushrooms, and we're eating that right now. And after that we're gonna walk around and see
and you did it right from the start.
So we were touching the water for the first time and it was freezing cold, so we don't understand how can be so warm outside, like 30 degrees, but the water was maybe around 10 degrees the most.
Missing someone is as normal. Missing someone and missing someone is as normal. Missing someone
So here I'm trying to get into the ocean, but the water is really cold, so I'm progressing really slowly, as you can see. Even for me, having the Wim Hof method training, getting cold showers anytime I can, it's still was a hard time getting here, and I spent only a few minutes in the water. So here we found another stray dog, and it looked really skinny to us, so we tried to feed him some leftovers from lunch, but he didn't want to eat it. So it's funny with dogs how some dogs, like golden retrievers, they would eat just about anything, and other dogs would only want like animal products and meat, no matter how hungry they are. Yeah, dog. Hi. He's coming. Jesus. How are you? So as we couldn't swim on the beach and there was nothing else to do, we decided to go to do some coasteering or walking along the coastline, and it was pretty adventurous to go through these rocks here. And the dog was still going with us, leading the way, so I think he was here before. And then we're going around these cliffs, and we got a view on another beach called Playa Los Molinos. And now we had some time left, so we recorded some amazing scenery of the waves and the rocks. So here we found this little lagoon, and the waves were not going so much here, so it was perfect for swimming or bathing. But as I said, the water is really cold, so I just went here for a few seconds and got out. So after shooting this amazing scenery and waves, we went back to the same beach, Playa de los Enamorados. Okay, we are back at the beach, Los Enamorados, and we had some time left before bus back to Valdivia, so we decided to walk to the other side of this beach. Found this rock, and it's interesting how on the little place some people would be so bored, but we find many things to be interesting and to play with in nature. And then we got till the end of this beach, and there were some cliffs and rocks, and there was a high tide, so it seemed really dangerous to cross this, but we saw some people crossing it, and on the other side we would get to the long Niebla beach. So we decided to go for it, but we had to catch a moment before the wave would come, and then you got up on these slippery rocks. So it was not a hard climb or scramble, but you have to be careful, because if you slip down you would scratch yourself badly and end up in the waves. So it was pretty gnarly, those waves. I was just hanging on the cliff, and if there was a bigger wave it would smash me down on those rocks. It would be really difficult to get up. So that's why you have to be really careful when you're crossing, and especially if there is a wet place, it means that the waves can get there. And here was a little cave with lots of trash in there. So even in places like this with lots of nature, people just leave the trash and litter. So you can see the tide is getting higher, so we have to hurry up. And there is some wet place here, and the wave is coming, so it's gonna be pretty gnarly. Watch out!
There goes the same, there goes the same. There goes the same, there goes the same. There goes the sight from my soul.
I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.
I think it's all angels just walk by. There goes the sight from my soul. There goes the sight, there goes the sight. Now there goes the sight from my
So it was very interesting to go through these rock formations created with the waves of the ocean, and then we got a view of the other side of the beach of Niebla. It was really great footage here.
Now there goes the sight from my soul. There goes the sight from my soul. There goes the sight, there goes the sight. Now there goes the sight from my soul. There goes the sight from my soul.
Scrambling on rocks like this, which are not really high, is a great way to get out of your comfort zone. And it was a little bit harder to hold the phone as well as climbing.
There goes the sight from my soul.
I think a fall angel just walked by. I think a fall angel just walked by.
So here we are climbing over this rock here, and Tanya is going first, but she doesn't feel very comfortable here. And that's why when you're climbing, you should only go as far as you feel comfortable with. And if you feel stressed or you feel fear, that's when you should not go, because you're not gonna think rationally and you're gonna fall down.
There goes the sight, there goes the sight. Now there goes the sight for my there goes the sight. There goes the sight, there goes the sight.
And then after crossing the cliffs, we got finally to Playa Grande, which was a really big beach near the town Niebla, where we're gonna also catch a bus from. We are again in a bus on the way back to Valdivia, and we're crossing the bridge again over the river, and you can see there are still many trees even next to the city. And in Europe you have less trees because Europe is much older settlement than here, but here with the animal agriculture I don't see these trees staying much longer, and next 10 years you're just gonna see here lots of fields for growing food for animals and animal grazing. Considering that South America was not settled until about 500 years ago, the destructions is insane here and the overpopulation is rampant, so I don't think they have a bright future in front of them. So thank you guys a lot for watching another day in Valdivia, and I hope you are not too discouraged by the cold water of Chilean Pacific. And there are gonna be a few more vlogs from Valdivia, and for now, stay healthy and stay adventurous.